The film which you are about to see is an account of the tragedy which befell a group of 5 youths, in particular Sally Hardesty and her invalid brother Franklin. It is all the more tragic in that they were young. But had they lived very, very long lives, they could not have expected, nor would they have wished to see as much of the mad and macabre as they were to see that day. For them, an idyllic summer afternoon drive became a nightmare. The events of that day were to lead to the discovery of one of the most bizarre crimes in the annals of American history, the Texas Chainsaw Massacre.
All right, back for another review. This one is the one and only Bubba Sawyer from Texas Chainsaw Massacre. Once again done by Betomatali, and can't forget Lou Santos for doing the clothing. This piece I was lucky enough to acquire from a fellow collector who we pretty much did a straight up trade. I was looking for this. I'm still, I guess I might end up getting the diorama that goes with this. I'm not quite sure yet. I think it would only be right if I did, especially if I plan to try to get as many dioramas as possible with Beto's sets. But yeah, I was lucky enough to make a trade for this figure, and it was well worth it. Appreciate the dude who made the trade with me. Uh, this was done, I believe, yeah, in 2017, so about 3 years ago. And I don't know. I mean, I should have jumped on it right then and there, but I really wasn't paying attention to, what Beta was really putting out, and that was on me. And so I missed out on it. But, 3 years later, here it is. He did do this, and he did do Pretty Woman. I believe he only did 5 of those. But we are hoping that he will revisit that version of Bubba and put that out for the masses. Well, not for the masses, but for the individuals who were not able to. I mean, just to do 5, nah, that's not justice. When the average is around 30, maybe 40, so it should be the same. It should be the same for everyone. So, unless you do like a one-on-one commission, and then like that's it, one of one, then I can understand that. But if you do more than one, you do like 5, then hey, I think it's only fair for the others to be able to jump in and do that. But anyway, let's get into it. As usual, we're going to take a look at that head sculpt. Amazing job to be able to not only capture what it looks like. Obviously, it's human flesh that he's wearing over his face, but we'll get a closer look and just look at the details that Beto did with this. All right, taking a look at the head sculpt, you can see that Beto really captured the likeness of Leatherface, aka Bubba. Well, obviously he's called Leatherface because he wears human skin over his disfigured face. The detail of it is dead on. I mean, the stitches, perfect. As you can see how it's a 2-piece. You got the front, then you got the back. You have the hair. I believe, I don't know how he did it. I really don't. I think there is an actual head underneath all of that. and then he just put two pieces over it. I really don't know how he actually did it. I never like really looked underneath there because I don't want to mess with it. But overall, how he studied and how he just came out with the final product is just, it's amazing. As you can see, like right there, it looks like there's another head like that he did inside. So I'm curious as to how he did that, but I'm sure it's a secret, something that he will never reveal, which is cool. But overall, the hair, the stitching, the eyes, the mangled teeth, just amazing work once again done by Beto. All right, now just taking a look at the full figure. You have the chainsaw that's screen accurate that Beto did all by hand. You have the boots all done by hand. Lou did obviously the clothing, the apron. I mean, look at the detail, man. You got the small chain that connects the apron. You got um, padding underneath the body to give Bubba that fat look. You got the famous tie. You have the sledgehammer that Beto did as well. And the one key ingredient to this figure that you will see coming up is the bracelet. The bracelet that obviously was one of Bubba's victims. And the detail on that is you gotta have the bracelet, man. You can't have Bubba without that bracelet. I don't know how he did that, but I mean, it's real metal too. And just overall amazing. There are other accessories that I will show before the video is out that came with this figure, from a skull to body parts to the famous hook. And like I said, I'll probably have to end up getting that diorama to complete this entire set. But everything on this was just done perfect. And this is the scene. This is based off of the scene where Bubba chases that girl down. She almost got out of the house, but of course he grabbed her and then dragged her back into the meat room or the slaughter room, whatever you want to call it. Yeah, it's based off of that version. And I think that's really, it was just this version and then Pretty Woman in the end when he changed his mask for dinner. But overall, this is a badass figure. All right, and here you have the accessories that came with the figure. Just obviously, you've got some chopped up pieces of a human here. Again, all done by Beto. So you got the hand, you got somebody's foot, you have part of a rib cage. You got the famous hook to obviously hook somebody up. This is where the diorama is pretty much going to come in place by Alex. And then you got the human skull here. Again, all done by the man himself. Yeah, I mean these can just lay around, but it's better if you just have the entire diorama so that you can just set everything up. But that comes with the figure. So this will be number 4 of Beto's collection. I have 4 pieces. Um, the next review I'll do will be the part 3 Jason. But yeah, so I have 3 Jasons, 1 Bubba. Hopefully in the future I can find a pretty woman, or hopefully Beto does a big run of that. I see the H40 and it looks amazing. It really does, and I really wish I jumped on it. But for me, um, I am a fan of Michael Myers, but he has just been oversaturated. Every day it's a Myers. He's like the Heath Ledger Joker on the, you know, in Hot Toys and in customs. It's just every day you see somebody doing a Myers, and for me, I saw so much, it just got to the point where I was like, no, I don't want to purchase them, and that's bad on my part. But man, I mean that's why I'm doing Candyman. I want to venture out more into horror. There's so much more out there than just Jason, Freddy, and Michael Myers. You barely see any Bubbas. You barely see people post Pretty Woman. Like if you got it, post it. Show something else besides a Rob Zombie Myers and Michael Myers. It's oversaturating. So that's why I did Candyman. That's why I'm doing Jerry from Fright Night. I mean, it's needed. It's really needed, especially on the horror side. And I think that's why Beto's doing the Universal monsters with Frankenstein, Wolfman, um, Phantom of the Opera, The Creature from the Black Lagoon, The Mummy. It's a lot that he's doing, and we probably won't see anything of Friday the 13th from him for a while. I'm not even gonna jump into that Freddy, but anyway, um, yeah. So hopefully, I can find me a pretty woman, and then hopefully when I calm down from the Myers phobia, I will probably try and cop one. But until the meantime, see you guys on the next one.